My soul! My soul! It's so dark. It's so mean. You don't know what you've unleashed. I've hidden it for so long, my dark soul. And not the video game. My head hurts because of that. Never will I do that as an intro again. But knowing me, I will. You've read the title of this video. We're in for a comment that has punctured my inconsiderate soul. And it's in the air now. Dead. Because I have no soul. Oh my god. Okay, let's go. Before we actually get going, let's first load the car before we set off on this journey. Listen to me where we... I sound like that pig from Looney Tunes. Was it a pig? You know, the one that was hunting things. Be wary, quiet. He was hunting Bugs Bunny or something. We're getting hella off topic. But you could argue, that must mean I have a soul. Kind of. This particular comment that we'll be looking at today comes from the recent Nancy video. If you haven't watched that, I'll put it up on the screen right now. It will also be in the description box. Plug. Little plug. Watch that, please. I'm begging. Nevertheless, though, this comment comes from there, and I feel like ranting, right? I feel like ranting, if that's how you want to pronounce it. I just want to get this off my chest. I've been struggling to sleep, everyone. I can't. Comments like this, they hurt me so much that I can't sleep. I'm sat there like this. My mum, H, are you okay? No. However, on a serious note, I actually haven't been able to sleep for a while now. I don't know what's going on. Doctors have been in and out. Help me. Ain't no one got Scooby. The comment, why are people so mean? Boomers are not savvy on social media. This could be your mum or grandma, dude. So much hate is nauseating, y'all. Give grace to her and pray for her. Better than being so hateful. Try love for a change. It'll lighten your black, mean, dark soul. Dude! Radical!
You just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop! Drop down. Snap.
Your first two lines are in itself very mean of you. Very hateful, right? Why are people so mean? Boomers are not savvy on social media. Well done you for grouping an entire generation of people into one generalized statement. All of you, none of you are savvy on social media. Well done. You're so mean though, right? Let's hypothetically say my mum or grandma, rest in peace, was in this position. I'm saying the exact same thing, and dare I say, I'd be even more disgusted if it was a family member of mine, because what do you mean you're lusting over a 20-something-year-old at that age? Mum? I might be inclined to no longer call you mum. Editing H here, just very quickly chiming in. Now, obviously, I replied to this particular comment, but what I said in that comment, I just felt like I need to include here because I didn't whilst recording. I don't understand what a 71-year-old essentially preying on a much younger individual. I don't understand how that relates to being savvy on social media. Like...
Calm yourself, boy. You are acting hysterical.
Now, this person, granted, they might be new to the channel, and this is the double-edged sword of this channel. Like, of course, we'd want the TT to carry on growing. But a lot of people who do find the TT and this channel, they just don't understand. Maybe mixed in with my sarcasm and my devilishly good jokes. They misconstrue what I'm saying as being hateful. Obviously, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and how you want to navigate, how you approach a scam victim is entirely up to you. But I'd like to believe I'm not hating on them, otherwise I would have absolutely slewed Nancy. But that's not who I am. Now, obviously, I have a black, mean, dark soul, so, how can you expect love from me then? I just want to point out that these people are doing too much babying, okay? Maybe, sure, you can have your opinion. And it's not maybe, sure, you have it. Do what you want. If you think people are being mean for saying the truth, that's up to you, right? If you want to swing for the fences with your toxic positivity, you do what you want. If that's how you think the world can be a better place, if that's how you think people can learn from their mistakes, is by patting them on the head and saying, don't worry, everything's okay, you go for it. See how that works out. If it directly involves people around you, come back and let me know how that worked out for you. But in response to this comment, not necessarily a direct response, however, I did find a comment that did touch on a few key things that I just don't think people's toxic positivity are accounting for. Kent says here, Nancy is costing taxpayers though. The assistance that her daughter was talking about could be used on someone else that doesn't have the resources Nancy has, and the police could have been stopping someone from being robbed. Instead, they're trying to convince her this is not real. I find it rich when people say things like that. One comment. I have a lot of thoughts on Nancy. She is a narcissist that is only worried about herself, and this has been exhibited since she lucked into getting this second husband into providing her a stable and safe home for her daughter, but mainly herself. Now, the narcissism aspect, I did see a few comments touching on the fact that perhaps because of the, time period that Nancy was from and the necessity of marrying for support, in a way, I understand. But when Amanda was grown and able to provide for herself, questions could be had that Nancy no longer needs, quote unquote, to be in this marriage. Or, again, she's benefiting herself from a loveless marriage. That's not really what we're here for, but it's interesting that this individual, Kent, points this out. Now, the first paragraph was in response to a comment that we looked at in the TT section that was talking about Nancy is not really, and this is a babying comment as well, you shouldn't be angry at Nancy because it's not affecting you. It's not your money, XYZ. But this person, Kent, raises a very good point. Instead of actually going and stopping a potential crime in the area, police are coming to Nancy to get her to understand that a 29-year-old is not wanting to be in a relationship with her. And, of course, the Adult Protection Services, you could argue this is a case for them because an adult is not protecting themselves. But given the resources, as mentioned, that Nancy has, a daughter who very much cares for her, funds from the sale of the house that she is going to essentially receive, she's not in a position, in comparison to who I assume adult protection services normally help. People who don't have support, people who don't have the resources to be able to care for themselves. So it is costing people money. Not maybe not directly maybe, but taxpayers' money's being used. And also, touching on the first person's comment, who said, I've got a mean black soul and all that stuff. So, is Nancy trying love here, by the way? Is she this epitome of love? Huh? Disregarding her daughter's feelings and the amount of effort and time she's put in, the amount of effort and time that protection services, police, the catfish team have put in. Amanda mentioned she doesn't really have a relationship with her grandchildren because of this. But love, is she loving? Am I the hateful one here? And also, these type of comments don't consider the fact that if Nancy was to continue down this path and become destitute in a position where literally she spunked away even the 2 million from the sale of her home, are you telling me that it's loving of her that now Amanda essentially is going to be forced to financially support her because of this? You're not these babying comments, they don't consider the other victims. Just the ones on the screen. And I said that in the commentary. And I guarantee you, these babying comments maybe watch 5-10 minutes of the commentary and then they just make their mind up. And granted, you don't have to sit there watching me waffle for like 2 hours of the video, yeah? But at least have the common sense to think, hey, I haven't watched the entire video, so maybe I can't just throw out absolute statements that this person has a dark soul. Anyway, though, let me know your thoughts. I thought I'd do this as a way of fighting back against the coddlers. But, alas, they will continue, right? What the hell is that? I got fluff coming out of my mouth, apparently. It's better than the shit coming out of theirs. I'm hungry. I'll see you guys next time. If you want to watch scam stuff, they'll be up there. Bye. Don't know what happened to my voice there. It's too early in the morning for me.